Hello, Peace Lutheran Church. Thanks for meeting me for this summary of the first of our two congregational meetings for 2021. I'm Keith Jones, the congregation president, and I'm excited to give you some updates and some highlights because really during a year where there's been a year and a half where there's been a lot of upheaval, we've been able to basically live the Holy Spirit, and you have been the Holy Spirit in action. And on behalf of the council, I really want to thank you for that. Your many contributions through ministry and through the work that you've done on teams and committees and the work that you've done individually has been fantastic. You really are allowing us to live out this mission that God has called us to do. And so again, in a time where we see a lot of change and things aren't necessarily the way that we want them to be, a lot remains the same because of your steady, reliable, and faithful giving of yourselves, your times, and your possessions. And that's not only just the financial support, which really has been phenomenal, and really a sign of your trust of God and how we can use those gifts. And it's also an indication of how you give of yourself. And all that ties together, and the council is incredibly grateful because you allowed us and helped us to manage space and conditions that none of us had ever been through. So you allowed us to accomplish a lot in 2020. You're allowing us to accomplish a lot in 2021. And when I say us, it's not just the council, it's not just the team, it's all of us. Those of us who worship regularly in Pella, and those of us who worship and contribute to peace literally all over the world. And that's been one of the great things that we've found, is that your confidence and your persistence and trust is fundamental for us, not only to do the things that we plan to do, but to be able to adapt and switch and basically help bring discipleship to more people that we ever knew. And so really living out that peace is a place where all are welcome and all belong, whether you're right here at 1000 East Vermeer Road, or you're in Colorado, Illinois, Botswana, or Wales. It really doesn't matter. You are welcome and you do belong here. I want to highlight some of the activities that the council and the groups have done this year, or done in 2020, that carry into 2021. Dave Cody and the administration team, they were diligent and they worked hard because they were able to navigate the pandemic, or they have been able to navigate the pandemic a little bit differently. So we see a lot of maintenance, but also improvements. So we see painting going on in the interior, which is something that's been needed since the building was erected, and so now that's going to carry in for years to come. Dave and his team somehow knew that there was going to be a polar vortex in February 2021, so back in 2020, they said, hey, we need to upgrade our snow removal equipment, so we did that. And then really helping set up a lot of not only contemporary but vital operations. They upgraded computer software and hardware at the church, and we're really looking forward to being connected into Pella Fiber, which in the future is going to allow us to reach even not only a broader audience, but allow the staff and the workings within the church to be smoother and more reliable. The finance team, last year led by Brian Wogan and this year by Chris Gray, we refinanced the mortgage for the church, and that was something that was brought to us by the bank, and so we refinanced at a lower rate, which we thought was probably a good move, and that lower rate will allow us to pay off the mortgage 18 months earlier. And when I start to think about that, it's not just, okay, we're done with the mortgage. I think about what it empowers us to do. So the money that we would typically give to the mortgage, which is important, can now go to other ministries, whether that's social ministry, if it's faith formation, if it allows us to do different things in terms of worship, in terms of fellowship. It really expands what we can do. And what that will help us do in the future is really build on a couple of key things that we're doing this year. The Connections Ministry, which is new, it's something that Pastor Chad and the council worked on and brainstormed, is a way for us to connect with a broader audience. An audience isn't really a great term to use, really with a broader network of individuals who are being called to God through peace. And so the Connections Ministry and the Connections Minister are going to be able to do that in a more effective, more caring, more empathetic, and efficient way. And so we're really excited about that. And then with that, as the council has been talking, especially over the past few months, is how to infuse evangelism into everything that we do. And so as we look to reconnect in 2021, we'll be doing that with kind of a heightened sense of evangelism, and then also through the Connections Ministry. So looking forward to those exciting changes. So again, some things are going to be new and some things are going to change. But as we do that, we know that God is always with us and that through Christ, anything is possible. So even as we navigate some things that will be unpredictable to us in 2021, please come and join us, because we know that the steadfast love and presence of God will be with us as we go through that, and it'll be great to have you with us. So please join us. Thank you for everything that you do. We love you all, and have a great day.